Hello Virgo. So Virgo, let's get you. What is Aries season bringing you? What kind of power is coming back to your life? Are you creating something new? Let's get some overall energy for Virgo. Okay, we have status quo. Okay, it's funny, this card is telling me that you have to look at the bigger picture. It's a cycle. It's a cycle what kind of goes on and on and on. And to get out of that, what I see here is like, when you're feeling fatigue, you feel that you get up in the morning, you get your kids to school, you go to work, you come home, you cook the dinner, and you go to bed. And you do this over and over and over again. And every time when you're trying to add something like workout or cooking healthier dinners or trying to get a meditation in or anything like that, reading, anything extra to your daily life, it seems to be, as soon as you started, it begins to fall off. And that means that you're in the status quo. Okay, you're in this cycle, and to break this pattern, you need to break some patterns in your life. Okay, you need to break something out of your life. It could be to do with relationships or people or your job, or you have to make some drastic change. Now we're going to clarify this, find out what's the status quo is. Now, this reading will resonate to some because it's very specific and won't resonate to others. So take what resonates for you. And let's get one more card, overall energy. This is not, and this is it. And it is a teacher person. Some of you would be getting a new teacher or guru or any kind of you might be finding someone online who you can relate to, and you kind of you find their energy really positive. It also could be, I do sense, it could be some writer who you pick up a book and you kind of go like, wow, this is exactly what I needed. This author is actually speaking to me in a very clear words, and I want to know more what other things they have to say. Like for me, it has been lately, I can't even say now, Deborah, I can't say it. But anyways, there is a few, I have a lot of people who I will follow, and I like what I'm reading about them, or what they tell, or how they're, I can't now, the name is on my on my tongue. That you could find a new person, new teacher, or someone who is also teaching you a new lesson. It could be also this teacher, could be your friend or family who is guiding you. It's like they say something and it's just, they teach you a lesson, and it's going to be a hard lesson, but it kind of is the point where you kind of have to start to look at your life in a bird's view and change your patterns around. Now let's clarify these cards, because it is very this Emperor card, in this is, in a way, that in this card the Emperor is kind of saying you need to get your power back, okay? But in this way is, you can easily get into this victim mentality that everything is done to you. And actually those people who are coming in your life to do things for you, or like that they're trying to hurt you, because this is an Emperor's negative side of it, where the person is feeling like victimized, okay? That this person is actually there to teach you to come out of that victim mentality and face the real value, or face the life as it is, or face your situation as it is, so you could get power back. They're not evil, they're not narcissists, they're not mean. It's just your own mentality to get into that kind of victim mentality and not really learn the lesson what is presented to you by that person's soul, okay? The higher self of that person. And this is a soul contract kind of a lesson here. So let's clarify the status quo. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Some of you could be very severely depressed. What I see is actually denying. It's like, no. they're denying that they're depressed. They feel if they go within themselves and into very deeply in their hearts, they can find that sadness in them, but they are just repressing it and repressing it and repressing it. And that's the one reason why they get up and they're so tired. They just go the same cycle. They can't purge out of this. They're just like when an animal is chained up on a pole and they just walk around until they have like this, it goes deeper in the ground. They have just walk path and goes deeper and deeper. That's exactly the feeling, because I have been there. I know exactly what it feels like, and it is accelerated my spiritual journey. Okay, so we have 8 of Pentacles, and we have King of Cups and the Devil. Yeah. I do sense here, with these cards, that you have been working on that. This is not the first time you're facing this kind of a stuckness, or it's like you lack of creativity. You work very hard towards it. You get emotionally quite out of it, but you still feel like strapped. You feel like chained and you can't move it out of it. There is certain type of addiction. I'm going to clarify this card as well, because victim mentality is also learned behavior. It's also learned, not only learned behavior, it's learned pattern that we just don't deny itself. Either way, it's like, let's say if your parents split up and your mom blamed, or one of your parents blamed the other parent of the splitting up, and all because they walked away. Now my life is I'm so poor and I'm so full of misfortune and stuff like that. Then when you're now getting into relationship, and when you're in a relationship and you refuse to take like, my mom left or my parent left my other parent, I'm not going to leave that. I'm not going to do the same mistakes. But then you're like, because I'm not going to leave him, that's why my life is so miserable. You blame it again on the relationship. But it's still the same pattern. It's the same kind of behavior that it puts us into this compromising situation where we are not willing to move on or let go of things which doesn't serve us. Okay? So this is a very difficult energy. Now, this is a Capricorn energy, being stubborn, but also another Capricorn card is Wheel of Fortune, and Wheel of Fortune is the one who does let go. So these are like yin and yang, or black and white, kind of both sides of the coin. Okay, the Devil is who's feeling stuck, and the Wheel of Fortune would be who lets go. Now let's clarify the teacher. Can we get a clarification for a teacher? Ooh. Yeah, this is definitely a knowledge card here. You could be finding someone. I do see someone you're finding, someone from YouTube who speaks about liberation or getting your power back and admitting. It's like a psychological help, but also could be a life coach, a spiritual speaking, and that person will give you a bit of a more kind of structure how to move on with your life. Now, I do have very strong feeling here that you could be dealing with that you would be getting also Reiki or any kind of alternative therapy, energetic therapy, bioenergy, whatever it is, Reiki, acupuncture, tapping. It's a certain type of healing what you're going to get, and that will help you to jump forward with seeing this release. Okay, and there's a lot of so it is kind of a being stuck and letting go kind of energy, just getting your power back. Can we get one more card to clarify the teacher? I got 3. Yeah. Well, Queen of Wands energy is current energy, and it is until around 10th of April. But this is kind of being demanding, and similar energy here, being demanding and being a little bit kind of victimized. energy. This is like being emotionally also manipulative and greedy and wanting too much. But with the Eight of Cups, I do sense it's like you need to release, and you don't want to release a certain type of emotional blackmail. And it could be even to do with your partner, if you're in a partnership or a friendship, or it could be to do with other person. I also sense that some of you could be dealing with a woman who keep coming back, like mother figure, who keep coming back with past emotional kind of a throwbacks. You know, when you're dealing with a woman who is, how do I put it? This actually came up and upwards. How to say, you know, if you're having an argument with someone and then something is brought up what happened 5 years ago, this kind of type of an energy, that this kind of a continuously coming back. Like I'm saying, it could be a mother who we're talking about having this victim mentality, and the mother would be coming back. It's like, oh, it's all your fault because I have no life. I just spend all my youth raising you and now I'm bored, and like that kind of it's bringing back you something, or 5 years ago you forgot to bring me flowers on a Mother's Day. It's stuff like that. It's like a little bit manipulative energy here, but it is kind of you learn now thanks to this person, and this person, the mother, is also teacher to you to release that, okay, that pattern. It will be highlighted to you where you kind of do that, and instead of picking your battles, you let them have their run, and then you just walk out from the situation with like, you're just not going to invest anymore trying to argue to make them feel better and feel good about them. You just walk away because you have your own emotional dignity and your emotional cups to fill. So you're just kind of saying, you know what, you can baffle here about your past on your own. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm giving up. I'm giving up on trying to make our relationship to come together, and it's not worth it, okay? And it could be to do as well with your relationship. If you have epiphany about, oh my God, I'm actually using my own patterns, trying to keep this relationship together while this relationship is actually not serving me anymore. It doesn't serve me for long, and I'm just, because my parents divorced, trying to keep this relationship going because I don't want to follow that pattern and then blame all my unluck or my bad behavior or my misfortunes because I'm in a relationship. Why am I in this relationship then? And you release that energy and you come out of it. So it's a very interesting energy. It's a good energy though. It's gonna be tough, okay? It's gonna be tough. Let's get some advice for Virgo. Let me get some advice. Okay, the protection, and that's it. There's the same. No more. That's it. Because it's quite largely, it's very significant. It's like, this is general reading, so it might resonate to some, but if it does resonate in a lot of kind of a different aspects, it could be to do with job. Everyone has their own way coming out of it. What they do say, advice is protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. And what they do tell me is one of the way to protect yourself and your energy is, I'm just trying to kind of get like, yeah. One way to protect yourself and an energy, if you feel like in an unsafe way, is imagine, using imagination and visualizing that you have a pink bubble around you or white bubble around you and nothing comes near you. So they could talk, if you're confronting someone, they talk outside the bubble and you stand in your bubble, in your truth. So that actually stops them to be trying to take energy away from you. It's funnily enough, if you visualize it and you practice it every day, and when you use it when you need it, people actually back off because they feel that they can't get your energy. It's in a quantum energy. You send them a charge to protect you or come away from the person. So there is a gap comes between you and them. Even when they're coming in your face, you can make your aura so slow, so small that they can't get you. And all your molecules or all your quantum field around you is coming back towards you, and places you with a shield, and that's when they back off. They can't get it, they go home, they're exhausted, they don't understand it, and you will never have to confront them again. Trust me. So this is all I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to chat to you soon. Bye.